everyone, I'm Sangeeta, and today is November 10th, which is a day that I have been waiting for because today is the day Reputation by Taylor Swift finally dropped, and I'm really excited about it. Reputation is Taylor's 6th studio album. Her 5th was 1989, and I love that album. I think most people did. It did really well. 1.27 million sales in the first week. Best-selling album of the year. Just overall well-regarded album. And I think Reputation might give it a run for its money because it's doing really well too. They project it might sell between 1.3 and 1.5 million in the first week. It went to #1 on iTunes in 6 minutes. And if you were one of the people like me who had issues downloading the pre-order off of iTunes at midnight, the reason you had issues is apparently 800,000 people were trying to listen to the album on iTunes at that time. That's so many people. I don't know what it is about Taylor Swift, but she is well known on a level that not many people are, and it's just kind of amazing. But at the same time, I think there's a really dark side to that level of fame, and I think this is when Taylor is finally going to talk about it. So when 1989 came out, I made this video making sugar cookies and talking about my thoughts on the album track by track. We're going to do a similar thing here. Instead of baking, I am going to show you the magazines and the album that I just bought at Target. We'll start out by talking about the magazines, and I can't really flip through and show you literally everything, but I definitely recommend buying them if you're a Taylor fan because they're $20. The album is $15, so it's $5 extra for a lot more content, so you might as well buy a magazine, I think. It comes with the album, just so you know, and a lot of people, myself included, were a little concerned about the state of the actual album. Would it be protected? Do we get an actual, you know, booklet and everything? And we do. It comes sort of, I wish I had kept one non-folded, but it comes on this sheet of paper. It's like folded out and there's like extra paper here. This like bookmark thing, and you can tear it off. It's durable, you can fold it, and you do get a lyric booklet inside. And if you're wondering, if you didn't know already, there are no secret messages in the lyric booklet this time, as far as I can tell. So you do get, you know, CD case is not a jeweled case, but it's still pretty durable. So there's that. I love this picture. This is gorgeous. I'm obsessed. So, the actual magazines have these covers that we knew about from the pre-order page and everything, but Taylor revealed these on her Instagram stories a while ago, but if you didn't see them, the back of these magazines have these hilarious, like, fake tabloid covers. My favorite is this one because who is Olivia's real father? It just cracks me up. It's just toying with the idea that this era is about Taylor Swift addressing her reputation. So one thing I want to point out before we actually start our track-by-track review is this little letter Taylor has in the beginning of the magazines. It's a bit long. I'm not going to read all of it, but I want to read the last paragraph to you because I think it's very, very much the theme of this. It says, when this album comes out, gossip blogs will scour the lyrics for the men they can attribute to each song as if the inspiration for music is as simple and basic as a paternity test. There will be slideshows of photos backing up each incorrect theory because it's 2017 and if you didn't see a picture of it, it couldn't have happened, right? Let me say it again, louder for those in the back. We think we know someone, but the truth is that we only know the version of them they've chosen to show us. There will be no further explanation. There will just be reputation. And then it's accompanied by this absolutely gorgeous picture. Can we just talk about this for a second? She's so pretty. I'm just really distracted. So it's a lot of handwritten lyrics within the magazines as well. A lot of beautiful, beautiful picture. I'm kind of falling in love with her a little bit, if I wasn't already. Look at this. Look at this. In the orange magazine, towards the end, it's showing some behind the scenes pictures from the filming of Look What You Made Me Do, and they're like little facts about the filming. This one says, milky contacts were used to create the effect of frosted corpse eyes, so Taylor was rendered almost completely blind for the zombie scenes. That's really, really impressive makeup. But basically that's what you're getting. If you get the magazines, they're great, they're a lot of fun. I am excited to look through them later. So we're just gonna go track by track through the album in order. I'm going to tell you my initial very quick thoughts on each song. A full analysis will probably come later, but this is just my first impressions, some things I noticed right off the bat. So we'll start off with Ready For It, which is the first track. It was the second single, and it's a song that I didn't think I would like on my first listen, and it's this interesting thing with Taylor's songs on Reputation where a lot of people seem to need a second or third listen to actually fully digest and process a song before they're like obsessed with it. And Ready For It is one of the songs that was like that for me. The first time I heard it, I just couldn't process that it was a Taylor Swift song. And then once I listened to it a second or third time, obsessed. It's so good, and it's an interesting song. Keep in mind that it's ellipses Ready For It. There are two songs that have ellipses, and I think they kind of bookend something, but I don't know what. But Ready For It, track 1, really, really good. Track 2 is Endgame, which is a Taylor, Ed Sheeran, and Future collab. Not 100% sold on this one yet. I don't hate it. Don't come for me. I love this album and I'll defend it forever. But I just don't like it as much as the other songs. It's definitely not as strong for me. It's a good song, don't get me wrong. Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift obviously work well together. The Future part is something I think I need to read the lyrics to fully get, but it's not a bad song. It just isn't a standout track for me. Track 3 is I Did Something Bad, which is a song that I was really excited to hear because I didn't really know what this album would be like in terms of Taylor taking some level of like accountability for her part that she's played in her drama. I really like it because it's not I did something bad, I'm sorry. It's I did something bad, but he had it coming, and I'm into this. I love this. And this song has one of my favorite lyrics, which is, "They're burning all the witches even if you aren't one, so go ahead and light me up." Track 4 is Don't Blame Me, which I think is one of the best. I think it has this interesting gospel vibe to it, which I would have not expected from Taylor, honestly, but it has enough of electro synthy vibe that I do think it's kind of an evolution over some songs that she wrote in 1989. It definitely, I don't know. I wrote I Don't Want to Live Forever vibes. I don't think it sounds like that song, but it has a similar quality to it. I don't know exactly what it is. This is my first impressions. I haven't thought about it that much, but it has a similar quality to it that I really do like. Track 5 is Delicate, which is a song that is gorgeous. I don't have much to say about it besides I really did like it. The chorus and the verse really do blend into each other. There's not as much of a diversified melody in her singing, but I like it. Sometimes a relaxed kind of track like that works, and Taylor made it work, and it's beautiful. I really like this song. Look What You Made Me Do is track 6. I don't have to talk about this song more. I think it's hilarious when combined with a music video. That is a good music video. I don't know that Look What You Made Me Do is one of the best songs on this album, but I think it was the best choice for a first single. It served its purpose, especially when combined with that music video. It is an excellent art piece. It's more of an art piece than a song. So It Goes is track 7, which is the song that ends, like it has the ellipses in it. So this bookends the first part of the album, definitely the ending of a chapter. I don't know what chapter. I'm not here to speculate about her life. One thing I will say about So It Goes that I find interesting is a lot of the secret sessioners said that Dress, which we'll get to later, was this sex song, and it is, and we'll talk about it when we get to that in the album, but So It Goes is a lot more sexual to me than Dress in some ways. It's like subtle sexuality, but it is, I don't know, it really is kind of a sexual song to me. So Gorgeous is track 8, and it's a song we've already heard. It was her 3rd single, and I honestly would love to learn more about the music industry, and I just want to talk to the people who decided what order we would have the singles in, and not just that, which songs would be singles, because I don't get it. I'm sure there was a reason. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying I think Gorgeous is a good song. I just don't think it's the strongest song on the album. Like, it's really good. All of these are good songs, but it's just not the one that I think is the best. Like, I would have put Getaway Car as a single, which is the next track, so we'll talk about that next. Getaway Car is a song that is interesting because it's not about painting Taylor in the best light, but it's very, very honest and it's very raw. Getaway Car is one of the best songs on the album, in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion. It seems to be. It's a 1989 type song. It's definitely one of the songs that's closest to that sound. Really like it. The lyric, "The circus isn't a love story," or "a circus isn't a love story," I think is really strong because it's talking, this is my opinion, it's talking about like a media circus, about how when the people talk about it, when you're reported on all the time, it's not a love story. I just think that's really interesting. I really like this song. It has this sort of, it kind of reminds me of Out of the Woods, actually. That's what I was trying to think of. Like, the drum behind it reminds me of Out of the Woods. The next track after Getaway Car is King of My Heart, which is an interesting song because I think this is when Taylor Swift starts to write love songs. And she's written love songs before, sure, but she's never written love songs about being in an actual relationship. She's written a lot of songs about the idea of love, and those are all great songs, but this is the first time, to me at least, where she's writing songs about love, like really being in love. And maybe that's just me projecting because this is the first time I have been in like a really good relationship, a healthy one, a good one, but I don't know, there's something about these love songs that she's writing that are just a lot more raw than love songs she's ever written before. Dancing with Our Hands Tied is one of the stronger tracks on the album for me. I don't want to speculate who it's about, but to me it sounds like the beginning of a relationship. She keeps saying it's going really well, but she has a bad feeling. Media swoops in, she has a bad feeling, but it's still going well. I don't want to speculate about Taylor's relationship, and I keep saying that, but she seems happy, and that's kind of nice. Dress is next, and that's a song I was really excited to hear, and I think a lot of people were, because all of the people who went to the secret sessions were saying that it's this like huge sex song, and I do think it is. I still think So It Goes is more of a sex song, but Dress is the song that kind of, I mean, the thesis, if you will, of Dress is I only bought this dress so you could take it off. It definitely, I wrote down I don't want to live forever vibes 100%. So much about the song reminds me of I Don't Want to Live Forever, which is a song I really did like as well. So This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things is next, and that's a song that I'm obsessed with. A lot of people don't like it, but I'm obsessed. I think it's hilarious. It's so funny, it's so petty, and it's just this incredible continuation of Blank Space Taylor that I love. I love this song. It's really funny. The first time I was like, what's happening? A lot of these songs, the first time I was like, what's happening? But the second listen, I was like singing along. It's so fun. It's such a fun song. And I hope this one gets a music video. I hope all these get music videos because visual album, please. I still think this should be a visual album. Still holding on to hope, even though we have got no indication that this will be. Visual album, Reputation, please. Next up after This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, we have Call It What You Want, which is genuinely one of the best songs Taylor Swift has ever written. It's really, really raw, and it's beautiful. There's lyrics in it that just made me tear up when I heard them because this is a real love song, because Taylor Swift has spent her entire career trying to define what love is, trying to spend, what does she say in You Are in Love? I've spent my whole life trying to put it into words. She's been trying forever to figure out what love is, but now that she has it, she's like, I don't care what you call it, it's love, and she knows it, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. The lyric that stands out to me, let me make sure I'm reading it like correctly so I don't mess up, but the lyric that stood out to me is, I know I make the same mistakes every time, bridges burn, I never learn, but at least I did one thing right. At least I did one thing right is where I teared up, because that's beautiful and relatable. And I can't say, I'm not smart enough to say things about this song that it deserves, but this is a good song. The last track is New Year's Day, which I think is one of the most interesting love songs she's ever written. It's definitely not the most obvious love song, but there's something about it that just clicks, and it's a love song. New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday. It's always been, and like I've gone to New York City for it, not Times Square because that sounds terrifying, but I romanticize that holiday. It is glitzy and glamorous in New York, and there's something just really nice about the sentiment that I will be with you when the glitz and the glamour and the excitement and the rush of New Year's Eve is over. I'll be picking up bottles with you on New Year's Day. It's just really nice. Even when the cameras are off, even when all the glitter and glitz is gone, I'm still yours. I'm still here. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my first impressions on Reputation by Taylor Swift. It's such an interesting album. It's not just a pop album. It's this interesting project where it's definitely a little bit more experimental for Taylor, but it's the most honest, raw thing she's ever written. And a lot of the people who listened to it in the secret session said it was better than Red. Maybe, actually. I didn't think I would say that, but it's really, really good. And it's raw on a level that we've not seen from Taylor Swift. And Taylor's someone who's always written raw and honest lyrics. So for me to say Reputation is raw and honest on a level we've never seen, it's raw in a grown-up kind of way. Like, I'm 25 now, and I think a lot of us have grown up with Taylor. Like, when we were 15, Taylor Swift was the album that we needed. When we were 22, 23, when 1989 came out, that was the album we needed. And being like a grown person in a relationship that's, you know, actually a healthy one, living my life, Reputation's the album I needed. And congratulations, Taylor. This is not just a good album, but it's one people are going to be talking about for a really long time. So let me know in the comments what your favorite track was. Don't Blame Me is definitely one of the big standout tracks. Also Getaway Car. Love those both. This is what We Can't Have Nice Things. Watch me just list the whole album as my favorite tracks. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. I will talk to you guys down there because this is an album to be processed on. I'm still processing it, and I will continue up with you guys in the comments. So let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.